we got us a new video. This is the David, or I don't know how to say his name. The D4vd, I don't know, case just got a disturbing update. I haven't been following this case too well. All I know is that, so while he was on tour, they found a girl in his trunk of his Tesla. And that's all I've seen, but I've heard it's been getting some crazy updates. So hopefully this gives us enough updates and we're gonna check it out. Let's get it.
The David story just got a really grim update and I'm here to share it with you all. But first, let me quickly catch you guys up to speed with everything that's happened thus far.
Okay.
On September 9th, an impounded Tesla belonging to David was found with a body in it. During this time, David was on his Withered World tour. Mind you, he also performed that night that all of this was discovered, and he was giving out labubus, which is crazy because how could he casually do that considering everything that's been revealed today? A spokesperson for David also told
A badly decomposed body was found in the trunk of an impounded Tesla registered to singer David. A new statement, the spokesperson for the singer said he has been informed about what happened. Although he's still on tour, he's fully cooperating with the authorities.
You see that he was fully cooperating with authorities, but honestly, how can you do that on tour? But to make a long story short, the entire situation was very confusing and people honestly didn't know what to believe. But I think we finally have the truth, so allow me to tell you guys everything that got revealed, everything that I've learned, everything I've dug up. But I'm gonna stop yambling. You already know I'm the hood Socrates, and let's talk about it. David paused his tour and canceled his Seattle show after the body of the victim was identified. It was Celeste Rivas Hernandez. And let me start by saying, rest in peace, baby girl. I know you was unfortunately taken from us early, but we're praying for you. I hope you're resting easy now. She was 13 when she went missing and was,
holy shit, 13.
Found over a year later. Here's her missing person report.
She was only 13?
And the way she was identified was by two things. Number one, with the help of her mom, who confirmed that Celeste had a boyfriend named David, and the fact Celeste had a matching tattoo on
the body has been, authorities really said she has a tattoo on her right index finger with the letters. David's tattoo is also on his right index finger. Oh,
her finger with David, which is just so fucking weird. And there's so many more damning pieces of evidence that connect Celeste and David. That's just the start. People checked David's Discord and found extremely disturbing images, one with Celeste being in there, another with some of his Discord members saying that Celeste was David's girlfriend. But I personally think the worst one was from a year ago on August 2024. It was a person replying to David saying, drop a song.
Drop the one with the missing girl Celeste. What?
On the missing girl Celeste. But it's not just Discord. About a week ago, there were two people on Reddit making these claims. Let me read them for you. This guy is a weirdo. A close friend's little sister from the LE ran away last year, and this is who she was with. We think her sister was pimping her out. She was in 7th grade at the time. LAPD sweep this place in the hills. I'm terrified that's who was in the car. Nobody has heard from her in months. I won't release names as she's still a minor, but she was from Lake Elsinore. It isn't speculation. It literally happened. I don't really care if you've heard nice things about him. That has no impact on my personal negative experiences. Also, look at the -2 downvotes. Like, it just goes to show we have to stop worshiping these celebrities. We need to have a serious conversation how we can't be developing these parasocial relationships because, like me and you, they're people too, and they are capable of doing bad things. This guy is a from what I've heard. My sister, who is now in 9th grade, told me that he was dating an 8th grader. Let's call her C, and
he was dating it and she would go on trips.
She would go on trips with him to LA. They're all in 9th grade now, and it turns out C's friends knew and he would pay them to keep their mouth shut. C has been missing for over a month now and no one knows her whereabouts. Definitely something strange going on. Now the second one is immensely eerie because it refers to Celeste, who at the time was unnamed, as C, which I believe gives more credibility to the post. I think what's interesting is that when you look at the Reddit and the Discord and how these people seemingly have this information about David and Celeste, it comes across as more of an open secret rather than some new revelation, which makes my heart weep for Celeste even more. Here's where the situation gets even worse. The song Romantic Homicide was released on her birthday, September 7th, and on social media there's currently a new lens being placed over David's work as an artist. Even certain lyrics are being put into question, like this, which really eerie stuff. I can't say that enough. Also, there is proof of David on the
oh yeah, GG, that nigga did that shit. He's cooked, bro.
Really eerie stuff. I can't say that enough. Also, there is proof of David on the phone with Celeste. These are FaceTime screenshots. And there's even this photo from 2023 before
12. No, she had just turned 13. She's 2 months into being 13. What the fuck?
Or she went missing. And all this stuff does is just further show that he had contact with the victim. And I also did find alleged messages between an anonymous person and Celeste, and it confirms she and David engaged inappropriately. Celeste also confirms she had contact with a person
They
named
were on a phase stream together also? No shot.
We don't know who he is as of yet, but based off of what she said, it seemed the interaction she had with him was even
I was just joking, then because he got mad at me the first time for not having sex.
more horrifying than we can imagine. Some other stuff I found was people going through certain TikTok reposts David had and connecting it with
Me watching her scream after I poured boiling water on her after she told a boy happy birthday, cause why? You happy he made it another year.
Celeste. Although I'm unsure how true any of this is, so I'm not gonna talk about it, but the story once again gets crazy. Remember the Reddit post that I was talking about? He was paying off kids, allegedly. There was an Instagram account called Chandler, and he dropped some crazy shit. First by saying he had a friend that told him David owed
Not even a year ago, my homie told me that David guy owes someone money in Lake Elsinore. Now this girl is dead missing from weird.
someone in Lake Elsinore money. And being that Celeste is now deceased, it only seems even more disturbing when you put two and two together. He then
that makes sense. Because if they're saying if he owes somebody money, he probably stopped paying because she was dead, and like they couldn't prove it because he probably like hid the body on some shit. So they're like, oh, this nigga owe me money or I'm gonna tell on him. But the nigga not paying you because you can't prove that he been with the girl now because she not alive no more. That's actually absurd. That's actually absurd when you think about it, bro.
Celeste is now deceased, it only seems even more disturbing when you put two and two together. He then followed up that story with another one.
He told me he gave someone money because he was with a minor and showed me a picture of it too. I didn't even know if I believed it at the time, but now I'm tweaking.
Providing context. This time he was saying that David gave people money because he was with a minor, paying them off. And then he proceeded to post a photo proof. This is allegedly the photo of him paying those kids off. And let's be honest, that is definitely David. I just don't know how you could say this isn't David. This is probably one of the most incriminating pieces of evidence I've seen.
Damn.
But it wasn't just Chandler.
There's a picture of David paying kids off that they took. They had this picture before the body was discovered, and now it's being posted around by those.
Another person on a different social media posted the photo as well, and they claim that with the news being released, the kids from that area are sharing it, which is a callback to the Reddit post saying the same thing. And remember, those predated all of this information. But that's basically the entire update so far. Everything else is a little bit of speculation and going over old things David has said or tweeted, and honestly, we could be here all day if I...
Hold on, I also want to see what Jamari put. Hold on.
So there is a music artist out there named David, born March 28, 2005, and raised in Houston, Texas. His come-up story is actually pretty insane. The guy was a YouTuber trying to be the next big gaming streamer, and so back in 2018, he was creating Fortnite content, including montages.
So basically, I played Fortnite from 2017 to 2021. I became a YouTuber. I was playing Call of Duty, Fortnite, all these different type of games to try to become like the biggest next thing streamer, KISSIMMEE, everything.
Where he was routinely using the most mainstream trending music to get more eyes on his videos, because at that time he was completely unknown.
The songs have an algorithm to them. So let's say 2 people use, I don't know, Halo, and then 3 people use them, 4 people use them. That song, if you hear it in enough videos, your video will be the one that goes up. I don't know how it works, but on YouTube, that's how it works for Fortnite.
So you literally, nothing changed in what you were doing. All you did was
Just
put one song in.
Put a song in the video.
That is until David's worst nightmare came true, and almost every video he had ever made got copyrighted overnight for using the music. And so David breaks down, he calls his mom crying, and she says if you want to fix your problem, then you should just make your own music. So then David literally starts recording into his phone, and creates his first song on a free music editing software. He posts it up to SoundCloud, it starts getting plays, and the rest is really history.
And I made the song called You and I, which now has, 94 million streams. It's my second song I ever made. Put it in the montage, and I tagged it on Twitter. First Fortnite player to use his own song in the video. That was the title. And bro, everyone was using the song after that day. Like the Fortnite streamers that I was watching and looked up to were using my song, Everybody was using my song, bro. It's crazy because it was royalty free. Because nobody's getting copyright strikes.
David was a pioneer for doing this because he actually sounded pretty good. It's actually pretty reminiscent of the blog era back when I was a teenager, when rappers like Logic and KISSIMMEE were blowing up from phase montages back then in the early 2010s. So he was making the Fortnite videos with his music, and then he started making trending sounds on TikTok by recording covers of already popular songs, and then pitching the audio all the way up to give it that classic Alvin and the Chipmunks sound.
I got 500,000 followers off that, bro. But then literally 2 TikToks later was the romantic homicide one, which has like 16 million views.
Wait, what?
Everybody, my mom was commenting on this one, bro.
Wait,
Like,
so you made this one as Alvin still?
dude, yeah.
Let me hear.
Still, same thing. Everything is crazy.
He actually credits making those covers as the place where he honed his sound.
So the reason why you developed your style
Yeah.
was just because you were pretending to be Alvin the Chipmunk.
Dude, yeah.
That's insane.
And from here, David would explode onto the scene in 2022 with his actual music, ironically with his most popular song called Romantic Homicide. Understand that his music was especially trending on TikTok, which at the time was the platform producing smash hits from all kinds of unknown artists.
To most people, they go into a studio, they have a professional microphone, they have like a mixing board, there's a person who makes the beat, there's a whole thing. He does everything in his
does
cell
look like
phone.
a different person.
I
in
mean,
every
understand that David's rise was a matter of months, going from completely unknown to a massive internet musician. I mean, I would say that he showed off around as much internet prowess as someone like Lil Nas X, who also really utilized social media kinda in a different way for his blow up.
It hit 78 on Billboard a week and a half later.
And so the guy was getting billions of views and plays across the internet. His debut album, Withered, was released earlier this year. It sold 30,000 units and reached number 13 on the Billboard Hot 200. And overall, he was really on the brink of becoming a more mainstream artist, not just popular on the internet. He would even go on tour last year, opening up for SZA, and the guy was currently headlining his own tour.
Feel me? We're in the mini arena, you know what I'm saying? We got multiple levels. We done upgraded, you feel me? Last time I was here was with SZA. Now we headlining it. Let's go crazy and go stupid and go dumb. You feel me? Yeah.
Wow.
So clearly David had some die-hard fans of his music. He was relatively young and at the beginning of a very popular career. But now it looks like he has potentially thrown all of that away, and even potentially his own life, as his story has taken a very dark turn. It really all started when a Tesla was impounded in a Los Angeles tow yard. The car was brought in from Hollywood Hills after people reported abandoned since the beginning of the summer, which was right around the time that David began his tour. Obviously, it's been hot outside and a rancid smell
Oh, wow. Wow, that's a crazy way for your shit to get impounded. Niggas think it's been abandoned and you're just on tour. Where the fuck did you park it? That shit is that not crazy?
started to come from the back of the car, and the people who work at the impound lot noticed this, and really without a better way to say it, inside the trunk contained the human remains of a 15-year-old girl who had been missing since last summer 2024, named Celeste Rivas. Understand that she had already run away from home multiple times, but this was the occasion where she was not.
Okay, so if she's, like I said, I kind of figured that if she ran away from home multiple times, she probably went with him willingly, and that's so unfortunate because like she probably really thought he loved her too. That sucks, bro. That sucks, bro.
Seen again, and her family wanted answers. And this is where David comes into the picture, as the Tesla was registered under his name.
Using human remains wrapped in a bag that we now know belonged to Rivas. Eyewitness News has learned she was found wearing a tube top, black leggings, a yellow metal bracelet, and metal stud earrings. She also had a tattoo on her right index finger that said, "Shh."
Now listen to what they said there about the tattoo, because it's actually really important.
She also had a tattoo on her right index finger that said, "Shh."
I want you to take a wild guess who else has a matching tattoo on his hand. That's right, that man David. They both reportedly have the very same tattoo that just reads, "Shh." And apparently that's how they were able to identify her, was through this tattoo. Like I said, her body was dismembered. And just listen to what her mother, who did publicly release her identity, had to say.
You know, her daughter had been missing all of this time. She told us that she was aware that there was a boyfriend named David.
And that her daughter had a tattoo with the letters "sh" on her right index finger.
That the color of the ink of that tattoo was red.
13 and dating who she like looked up to, and somebody's coming. It's so unfortunate, bro. Holy shit.
Which was something that police had not released to the public.
So obviously this looks like a really bad situation for David right now, as it allegedly appears that he might have been having a relationship with someone underage, and then potentially he ended her life and stuffed her in the back of his car, leaving her there to rot.
So what inspired the hook, "In the Back of My Mind You Died," is kind of like the storytelling aspect of the lyrics that came before it, in a way that it builds up to the big moment where she died in the back of my mind. Like, I didn't kill her physically, but in the back of my mind, she died.
And keep in mind, guys, if these allegations have any truth, that means she was more like 13 to 14 years old when she went missing. To make matters even worse, when you look into his music, he's made a music video where he puts a body into the trunk of his car.
Wow.
There is other imagery and videos where a girl who looks like her disappears as he grieves the end of their love. Apparently, David was creating a funeral atmosphere at his shows with actual caskets. And he also name-dropped this girl Celeste, allegedly on a now leaked song that was allegedly written back in December of 2023. Now, when the car was initially discovered and linked to him and they found the body in the trunk, this guy just kept on touring like nothing happened. But more recently, it has been reported that he is working with the police and in turn has had to cancel several of his tour dates.
As last we heard, he was cooperating. LAPD is not naming him a suspect at this point or a person of interest. We're waiting to hear more from them.
I mean, how this guy could not be a person of interest, I do not know.
Yeah, that's kind of
like,
crazy.
If there had to be at least one person of interest in this situation, it would be him. Some
Right.
people are even speculating that the two showed up on an IRL stream together, but that is yet to be confirmed.
That's him? That's him? That was him? Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
I've seen alleged messages from her brother. People are claiming that she was in the back of a picture that David took on Discord in 2023. Others are claiming there are pictures of him paying people off who might have information. But of course, at this time, this is all merely speculation. It's also important to note that there will be a lot of people online trying to like piece together the information that are not going to be getting things 100% right. So you should take everything with a grain of salt, but I will say right now it's not looking good for this guy at all. Also, if you look at footage from his shows, most of his fans do appear to be younger teenagers.
No! That's the dude from Fortnite, bro!
And honestly, if the guy did do it, I just don't understand how he could be so dumb to just allegedly leave this car out there for months.
Right.
Like, even if we assume there was foul play from some sort of outside party here, like, how could you just not care about your car? I don't know, the situation is one of the weirder ones we've probably ever seen. I'm sure we will get a lot of answers here in the coming days. I don't know if this is just like police protocol to not make him a person of interest, but I also find that kind of strange. Maybe one of you can explain that to us down below in the comments, but I will continue to keep you updated on the situation. Y'all let me know what you guys think down below in the comments, but I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing.
My thing is, here's my thing. I think the nigga guilty, but it's not based off what I think. It's based off what they find, right? However, even if he's not guilty of murder, right? Say, I'm not playing devil's advocate, but I'm saying what if he's not guilty of said murder, right? How do you even still, how do you even still go about listening to his music knowing he was the very ripe age of 20 fucking with somebody that was 15, 19, 14, 18, 13, like, and you know what? Niggas is I think niggas is still gonna be a fan of his content, bro. I really do, and it's so unfortunate, but I really do. Niggas is gonna be like, oh, bro, what they gonna say? Probably the fucking Romeo Juliet, bro. Romeo Juliet roles, bro. He was 17 when they started dating, bro. Like he wasn't. Yeah, they're gonna pull that shit, bro. So even if he did not kill that girl, the nigga is still weird. But hey, bro, niggas gonna be niggas, I guess. Niggas gonna be niggas, bro.